Oh, shit. Hi. How the fuck did you get up here? Can you use these things too? That's a suspicious Nara. Quick. Bruh. How'd you get here? How did you get up here? Nara the Nara. That's a suspicious Nara. He's been sneaking around here with that suspicious machine. You're right. Coming to a place like this is pretty suspicious, alright. I'd say you're the suspicious ones here. After all, I am a certified researcher from the academia, and you are outlanders of unknown origin. We've been commissioned to investigate this place. I'm Lunara, and I'm on the trail of a suspicious Nara. Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, a commission? So you're adventurers, or perhaps you're eremites or something. Well, it doesn't matter. My name is Jazari, Ksharawa researcher, as you can see. I don't care what you came here for, but don't get in the way of my research. What's there to be researched in this deep cave? There are always things to be researched everywhere. As the saying goes, ignorance is a researcher's disgrace. You must have noticed a huge ruin machine out there, right? That is actually a ruin golem made in the ancient realm of Khaenri'ah. In the local lexicon of Khaenri'ah, the name might possibly have been something like mechanical warden. See, we're right behind the ruin golem. The machine's operator should there have been one, would have entered through... People operate them? Oh, interesting. But a machine of his size would have required more than one operator, right? Aha, that's among my research topics. Unfortunately, I haven't made much progress so far. Exploring the ruined golem from the inside seems to be the only solution, and I am presently looking for a way in. You sound more suspicious about the minute. That's right, we did meet an Abyss Order member disguised as a researcher that one time. Poem reckons he was called Enjor. Lunara, do you remember what happened to him again? We beat the snot out of him. Hey, please don't. I'm a legitimate researcher. Ugh, you don't believe me, do you? See this? This is an investigation charter from the academia with the highest possible level of clearance, which would not make sense to anybody unless they are aware of what that is and have seen it in real life. It's like people who like whip out FBI badges like, bruh, I don't know what an FBI badge looks like to know whether that's a real one or not. How does that prove anything? That's not something to be given away on the streets. Certainly not one concerning investigations into ancient ruins as important as this. The academia would never issue something like this casually. I can't give you the original copy, but... Wait a second. Where did I put my camera? I remember placing it inside my bag. Be careful, he's taking that suspicious machine out again. Ah, it is indeed a camera. Eh? Is this the suspicious machine you mentioned? It's just a camera. A camera? Oh, I just noticed he's got a tiny little sword. That's right. It's a machine that takes pictures. It's pretty convenient. Yes. Does this guy not process the fact that we're speaking to... Yeah, okay, cool. I wasn't reading this. I was just like, he's not reacting to the fact that I'm speaking to thin air. But no, he finally does. Yes. It's a priceless item as far as the academia is concerned. I can't just let you touch it. Dude, I've got 2 of them on me. Wait, who are you talking to just now? About that. She's been alone since she was little. Oh, so you often talk to yourself? Well, I've heard of similar cases before. Yeah, she cray-cray. Don't worry, I understand your condition. It's okay. We're friendly people here in Sumeru. You'll have no trouble making real friends. I guarantee it. Still, do not get in the way of my research. After all, nothing under the sun is truly new, and it is our duty as researchers to collect information and investigate it. All the charters are recorded in the academia. If you're still skeptical, just keep an image of this foundation in the House of Dana. Anyway, we've got something to discuss. Lunara, let's talk over there. As you wish. What are we talking about? We have to leave? But then I'm gonna struggle to come back. Pepper needs friends. Arikan can be a friend. Me too. Thanks you two, but that's not the problem. The issue is that he can't see Arikan. Well, duh. When Nara grow up, they can't really see Aranara anymore. Young Nara see us because they're innocent. Okay, Nara can't. Are you implying that you lose your innocence as you age? That seems odd. Nara is a dreamer, favoured by trees and flowers, so you can still see us even as a grown-up. Anyway, we should be more... What does that mean about Paimon? We should be more careful when talking to Aranara in front of others. Like, that was something I was already thinking of when you struck up the conversation. But he kept acting like it was okay, so I was like, okay, let's roll with it. But then he was like, bruh, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, yeah, no, I already flagged that. Well, Palmer doesn't think Jazari was lying anyway. You might have misunderstood him, Arikan. Arikan saw that Nara taking out his camera and doing kachik to Hilinara. Very suspicious. If that Nara isn't bad, he runs away every time the Hilinara come. So he can't really be friends with the Hilinara. That sounds kind of sad. He must be quite the runner then. The Nara holds his machine and runs so fast. So he shouldn't be a bad person, nor should he be related to the children at Vumara village. I'm not particularly interested in all this, but we'll finish what we started. I'm actually curious about the giant machine. Did that say I'm actually curious about the giant machine actually, or did I misread and it actually came at the end of the sentence? I don't know. Yep, Pamantelli agrees. Anyway, since he's doing research around here, he should be pretty familiar with the situation. Maybe he can help you, Arikan. Okay, back we go. Finally believe me, do you? Yep, guess you're not suspicious after all, Jazari. We have some questions about the situation. Ask away. As a Kasharawa researcher who specialises in studying ruin machines, I've been investigating this big guy over here for years. No one on this earth knows more about this ruin golem than I do. That's a bold statement to make. What about beneath the earth then? Well, legends hold that the ancient realm of Kamria lies beneath the earth. Since they built all the ruin machines, it would be arrogant of me to say that I understand this device better than they do. Tell me about the bad, dirty stuff. That's going to make no sense to him. You're looking for bad and dirty things, are you? Then you should visit the city. The city? Bad things in the city? What city are we talking about? Oh, you mean Smurry City. It's just something adults say. Don't think too much of it. Anyway, there's a cow somewhat polluted, which might be related to the bad and dirty stuff you mentioned. Here's the situation. We've heard that the forest here has... You paraphrase Arikan's words so that Jazari can understand them. Is that so? So let me think about this. I might indeed have some clues. According to my research, all ruin mechanisms work on the same principle no matter what they do, whether it be flying or launching missiles. And well, a ruin golem is theoretically the same as a ruin guard, except that it was to be operated by people. Have you noticed anything abnormal about this ruin golem? Its eye seems to be missing, sir. But I assumed the eye was the controlling mechanism. It was its core, but that's not true. The core is in its chest, isn't it? I don't remember. Yeah, this bad guy's got no peeper. Exactly. According to the documents, ruin machines are powered by their cores. To be precise, I was correct. To be precise, by the dark power inside what you call an eye. When Karian was destroyed, many ruin machines like this one burst out from the desert. Why the desert? Karian is nowhere near the desert, so why were there contraptions beneath it? Huh? Well, the things are different now. Even the academia was unable to handle the cores back then. A single mistake could cause a core meltdown, leading to serious accidents. As a result, the academia had no choice but to temporarily seal the cores and deal with them later. Okay, but where is it? If the documents have it right, the core of this ruin golem should be sealed inside the ancient ruins known as Dev's Cavern, which is right beneath our feet. Is there anything wrong with the core? There shouldn't be, but we have detected some energy leakage. The seal seems to have been damaged at some point, though we have no idea when. The last time someone published a research report regarding such matters was more than 10 years ago. Any progress on this matter should warrant a large amount of funding from the academia. Funding? I assume that you get more from doing research. That's right. Speaking of which, we did talk about pollution a moment ago. For ecological topics, we might be able to file a subject application with biology. A murder. That would really be... Why would you put biology? Why not just call it a murder? I don't understand this translation sometimes. The choices that they make. That would really be an Archon send for those who, cute, study fringe subjects like us. At first, I'd planned on hello, taking the route recorded in previous reports to look inside. Unexpectedly, all the entrances were blocked. Eureka knows. There's a place outside where Eureka does bad things. Talking so much just makes me yawn. As I said, it could also be the blocked nose. I thought it might have been the forest watchers or the Vumara villagers who did it, but given what you described, someone must have sneaked inside and blocked the entrances. Maybe it was the Marana's avatar that you mentioned. Well, I wouldn't dare mess with something like that. Healer shells are more than enough trouble for me, as you can see, or I wouldn't be stuck here right now. First things first though, if you want to travel underground, I do have an idea as to how. Interested? Yeah. This Nara, awesome. How do we travel beneath? Guess you're pretty good after all. So how do we get down there? We just need to find a way to enter this ruin golem and smash... Oh, that's not very practical. And smash the blocked entrance open with it. Is that even possible? you serious? Well, it sounds like a good idea to me. It should be alright, and the data acquired from this would be priceless. Even if something does go wrong, the benefits still outweigh the risk. Wait, you want to control the golem to break the ground to get a hole down to underground. But didn't you say the core was down there, and the whole point of us breaking through the ground was to get the core, which means we can't move the machine until we get the core? I'm so confused. Also, if we can investigate the core buried underground, I could submit a funding application on your behalf. What do you think? That's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Well, 3 birds, actually. If we can get some funding, let's help Jazari out, Lunara. Academic research is important too, after all. Of course, but you'd best report to the academia when you have the time, or this might be classified as malign research. Oh, well, sounds like a them problem. Anyway, let's try to get inside first. The operator might still be there. That would make for some great data. I mean, a good research subject. It's been hundreds of years, you know. Never mind that. Might be some treasure inside, right? I'm quite sure that some antiques are stored within. Research on those would... What do you think, Lunara? Since Mr. Jazari has put it like that, Paimon reckons we should do some academic research. How do we get in? Aha! I almost forgot the most important thing. Opening the door to the ruined golem's cockpit requires an Amity device. To put it simply, a key. That's great. It probably is Amity. Do you have one? Okay, the bad news is that I don't have this key, but the good news is that I have discovered its whereabouts from studying the documents on hand. If you must know, I have scoured half the House of Dana for the few records available. The last report on the Amity device was published decades ago. And though I have now figured it all out, my findings cannot be published as things stand. Most irritating that you just get to the fucking point. Where is the key? To put it simply, the key may be found in Port Almost. Oh, I've got to go away and come back. Traversing this place sucks. In the hands of an antique dealer named Royinjan. Can you please accompany me there? Why didn't you get the key first? If you knew you needed an Amity key to access the interior of the stone golem, why wouldn't you have gotten the key first before making this trek? Because now you're going to make the trek to Port Almost and back. Unnecessarily. You don't think things through, do you, Jazari? You've been staying here doing research for so long and you never thought about visiting him? The thing is, I'm not good at dealing with merchants. They just don't understand me, which makes communication almost impossible. It's really simple, Jazari. Hi, I'd like to buy this good. And they go, sure, it's X amount. And you go, okay, here's the money. Boom, transaction done. What is so difficult about that? I've been cheated out of a little more before on account of this. Who cares? If you get what you need, end result, boom, done. If you do want to complete your research or not. That's true, I do find it hard to follow your thoughts at times too. Wait, so this is actually all my fault? Well, whatever the case, we're going to Port Almost, right? Let's go check it out then. I don't know why you would just blame it on him. I mean, he has issues, but that ain't one of them. Well, at least we can travel back, as long as we remember that that's all we need. Hello, good sir. Welcome. You must be travellers from abroad. What brings you? You're a jewelry shop owner? The key is considered jewellery. What brings you here to my shop? Would you like to make any purchases or seek to appraise any items? So you're Royunjan, the antique dealer, right? Royunjan, the chief antique appraiser, to be precise. Did you come specifically to visit me? Well, I shan't let you down then. We're looking for a certain antique. Oh, then you've come to the right place. If you can name it, Royunjan here can tell you about it. I don't want you to tell me about it. I want to acquire it. That red vase is very pretty. I've probably seen enough antiques to lay out across the entire marketplace. Even the academia might not have seen quite as many. We're looking for the, what's the thingy's name again? I can't remember. That's because you're an idiot. We're looking for an Amity device. Eh? I've never heard of something like that. Hey, you just said that we could name anything. Don't worry. I haven't heard of that name, but I might yet know of the thing you want. Antiques tend to have a variety of monikers, you see. You know, I don't disagree. Can you describe the thing you're looking for? How should I put it? The documents didn't include a particularly detailed description. It's an item in the style of those ruined machines, and it should be an identification device of sorts. It should be marked with unique Khamria-style patterns that can be recognized to be chronologically different from the common type seen in ruin guards, thus marking this as some sort of earlier version of the device. And considering what we know of ruin archaeology, Oh, right, you can stop now. I know what you're looking for. Ha, so you know? That's so very helpful, thank you. In that case, please give it to me. That's not how this works. The item is very precious. If you really want it, you'll have to pay for it, and that's 500,000 mora, at the very least. 500,000 mora? It's an antique, you know. What I'm offering is a pretty common price. Ugh, but what if the mora we spend here can't guarantee a successful report? Let's just help him out, shall we, Lunara? I mean, that's fine. Are we still on 18 million more, or are we up to 19 now? I can help you. We've helped others bargain before, haven't we? You're probably a dab hand by now. Just pay it. I don't get this whole, what's the word I'm looking for? The bartering system. Just pay it and move on. Well, not really. I'm good at dealing with merchants. Really? That's a relief. I'm terrible at things like this. That's everything on me. Just take it. I'll have to find a gig with the eremite over there if that's not sufficient, though. So, how do you feel about a neat little compromise of 43,000 mora? Well, you have a deal. I mean, mora does come after friendship for us dealers. So you have 3. So I'll do you 3 a friendly favour today. There, I'll sell you the antique at the price you've named. My funding. Well, here's the remaining funding. Wait, what is this? Isn't this just a normal chaos core? Nonsense. There's no ordinary chaos core, but the core of a ruin guard prototype found in Storm Terror's lair. Since the mark left by the Great Wolf King of the North. Did I say C? I don't know. I meant C. This is a unique treasure, right, and no mistake. Then isn't this the one we saw at Storm Terror's lair? Didn't Dane take it? This one's gotta be a fake. Antiques are sold for their stories. Maybe he was deceived too. Well, I don't know about this Dane fellow, but I sure have heard of Storm Terror's lair. Anyway, if you have different insights about antiques, we could discuss them in private. Whatever this is, it's definitely not the Amity device. Why didn't you ask to see the device that the dude was mentioning before you paid for it if it wasn't going to be correct? No wonder you keep getting swindled. Ask to see the goods first. What I'm looking for is a key that could open up the ruined golem on Devantika Mountain. According to my research, it should be in the hands of your grandfather, Mr. Hassad, the Golden Adventurer. Well, at least that was the case several decades ago. Zari describes the story of Mr. Hassad, the Golden Adventurer, as recorded in something. Oh, come on, you should have just said this earlier. You didn't exactly let me. But really, that brings memories back. Brings back memories. It's been so long since I last heard stories about my grandpa. When I was little, Grandpa would often tell me stories of his adventures. I thought then that he was just bragging. But what do you know? He actually was that awesome. Speaking of which, it is mostly because of him that I became an appraiser of antiques. All the stories about treasures were just so intriguing. Still, the thing you spoke of is not here with me. You haven't sold it off, have you? I wish I did, but treasures don't stay where they don't belong, as they say. I mean, isn't that what happens to in all treasure hunting legends? Well, Grandpa didn't care about any of that stuff, but according to him, that device engraved with ancient characters was lost during one of his adventures in some underground cave. That was a long story, one which he told me so many times, but I can't remember a single word of it now. Useful, thank you. Actually, I even planned a treasure hunt for it with some others back then. As to whether we really found it again. Well, if we did, it should still be hidden in the secret base at Vamara Village. Did you grow up in Vamara Village? I always went there to play when I was just a kid. You know how kids love their secret bases. Not really. I didn't have one. Could you please show us to the secret base? Perhaps we could find some clues there. So this thing is that important to you, huh? Still, I haven't been back for over 10 years. Dude, I have paid you 430,000 mora. I'm going to need you to just, do everything I require. It's an important matter pertaining to scientific research. It's an important matter pertaining to All right. Since you bought something for me, yeah, have fun with that, buddy. I'll take you there. But try to manage your expectations, okay? I really can't remember what happened that long ago. We're counting on you either way. Hooray, to the secret base we go. All right. Where is it? This one. Speaking to herself again? Poor kid. Ugh. I'm going down. It should be in a cave somewhere near here. Is my memory going or something? Why don't we ask the villagers of Amara Village? They should know if there's a cave around here. The villagers? There's no point asking them. This is a secret base. How would they even know where it is? If I remember correctly, the cave entrance should be behind these vines, so let's split up and search for it. This great researcher and I will go look over there. You two search this place, alright? Do I have to use my music to get through this? Alrighty then, let's start our search from over the vines here. Yeah, they really are so many of them though. These are not vines, they're Vamada. You know something about this Aurican? Yeah, these are Vamada. Aranara made them. Why would the Aranara make this? Aranara make Vamada when they don't want Nara to enter a place. Where Vamada are present, only Aranara can enter. Huh. Aranara are pretty small, but the place has been blocked completely. Papa thinks even you can't get through. Nara can't get in, but Aranara can sing. Vamada spin when they hear us singing. When they do, we can enter. Spin? Yep. Nara Lunara is a friend of the forest. If you sing Nara Lunara, I would pay to hear the voice actress do that. The Vamada will hear it. Come on, Aurican will teach you. Schoolmastered, Rhythm of Vamada. Aurican taught you this song. It is a power to turn Vamada such that paths will be opened. Play this song on the vintage lyre. After this, attack the Vamada to cause it to rotate. I was about to say, that looks like attacking. Well, let's get nice right close to it. Yeah. Nice. Well, no kidding. It really started spinning like a ball. And there's our mysterious cave entrance. Aurican remembers this cave. Did you make this for Mada, Aurican? Aurican doesn't remember, but I've been talking so much my tongue I think is actually starting to go tingly on the edge. This is not a good sign. But little Nara must be protected. This much Aurican knows. Well, we've no clue why this place was sealed by the Aranara, but this should be the entrance to the secret base. Let's call those two over. Haha, I knew this was the place. Our secret base should be this way. How did you guys find it? Aurican did a great job. Either way, it's so sad that they can't listen to her being all praisey. Praise me, I did a good job. Since you found the entrance to the cave, let's go in. We just have to find the Amity device next. It's pretty big inside. Don't get scared now. Oh, hello. Hello? I want... Give me my damn primer gems. Oh, primer gem singular. Hello, Sealy. Wow, this place is really huge. You're a pretty impressive kid, Ryunjin. Ryunjin. Not bad, but it's much smaller than I remember. That's because you've grown up. More than grown up, I'm an old man now. But this place really hasn't changed at all. It's like time stood still here. Even the air smells the same. A single whiff brings back so many memories. Let's not waste time. Do you remember where the Amity device is? Patience, youngster. Let's take a look around first. I.e. no he doesn't. One thing has been bugging Paimon since we first walked in. What is this huge machine part? Oh, Aurican knows. This was moved here from the giant Iron Mountain. Giant Iron Mountain? You mean it was taken from the ruined golem from before? You notice it too? Judging from the pattern, such parts should belong to the ruined golem, though I don't know why it was arranged in this fashion. Perhaps you really do have some academic talent. Would you like me to recommend you to studying the academia once our project comes to a close? Absolutely not. You should have made lots of friends there. That's what this is about. But thanks anyway. But a child shouldn't have been able to move anything as big. So who piloted something? Maybe it was a forest spirit. Sorry, I leaned on my spacebar. Nah, just kidding. I can't remember. Aurican knows. Aurican moved it. How did you move something this big? Aurican can move it. Aurican is very strong. I remember 2 groups of us kids running around this big guy and play fighting. Were there many children here before? In the beginning, yes. Our group's stronghold should be up ahead. Oh, I remember now. I think I buried something over there. I'll take you. Dig for buried item. Up? Lower. Oh, there's a gap. Come on. Pamela wants to see what we've got. Eh? It's just a booklet. Ooh, this is good stuff. This is our adventure handbook back in the day. Adventure handbook? Don't you guys know about adventure handbooks? I thought you were adventurers from abroad based on how you look and the fact that you're here looking for treasure or something. Sure. Right? Many adventurers write them. It's like an adventurer journal to record their experiences, plans, and even the clues to treasure locations. As you guys know, my grandfather was a grand adventurer, though I didn't understand a lick of what he wrote in his adventure journal. Still, I grew up wanting to be an adventurer, so I made my own imitation adventure book handbook. You could say that's where I got my start. I know how important this is to you, but it won't help us find the thing we're looking for. Now, not so fast. Didn't I tell you that I planned to find the Amity device? What happened then is recorded in this adventure handbook. Let me see. I remember that the 2 of us... Wait a moment. Why are there 3 people in the drawing? Has my memory already gone that bad? Or is it because my eyes can't see well anymore? You were with an Lunara. Do you need me to lend you my glasses? I have the latest model, as produced by the Academia. So, researcher, are you really that... Forget it. I'm going to take a closer look. I'm pretty sure now that the Amity device should have been buried right here by yours truly. Great. So we just have to search this cave, is what I would say if this place wasn't quite so big. There's no need for that. The location of the device is recorded here. It should be... over there. How do I get to the Sealy, though? Ah, well. He'll survive. Oh, markings on the wall. Yes, this is indeed the Amity device. See? I didn't lie to you guys. I don't see a grandfather using the terminology, you guys. Yay, now we can scuttle right back and open that giant robot up, right? Pam's getting excited already. Unless this is just a fragment? Motherfucker. There's no way we will open the ruined golem without a complete device. I can fix it if it's not been completely destroyed, but we'll have to find some way to recover the remaining pieces. You can't just use the Chaos Core. And as for the remaining fragments, oh, don't be so anxious. The device was split into 3 parts. 3? But why would Grandpa put them in different locations? You know what? This would be a very exciting story, if only I remembered more of it. 3 different places. So are the locations of the fragments recorded here? Yes, they are. Yes, that's right. The locations of the buried device fragments are all recorded in this handbook. We must have found the fragment buried here back then from wherever it was at first. In that case, let's go find the remaining 2 fragments using this. We're the best at finding things, aren't we, Lunara? We're pretty good at finding things, but as for people... yeah, Power knows what you mean. It's alright, though. We'll surely find him. Heh, that's what I said anyway, but... I can't understand these writings. How can that be? Didn't you write these notes yourself? Well, this is actually a record of the adventure that the 2... well, maybe the 3 of us undertook. I can't remember who this 3rd person was, but I certainly haven't forgotten that old man. If you want to know the location of the remaining device fragments, you should go look for him. I'm sure the Aranara by my side can read them. That old man should still be kicking even now. If he is, he definitely still lives in Vamara village. He did say he would live out the rest of his days there after all. The old man you're talking about is... Amity, maybe? Oh, you know that old fellow? Well, that makes things easier. Take this handbook and show it to him. He should understand. You aren't going to come with us? I don't want to meet that old fossil. If you've figured out where the fragments are buried, go look for them yourself. I'd like to go with you, but my old bones aren't up to the task anymore. I wanted to be a great adventurer like my grandfather back when I was a young boy, and if I hadn't been for that guide... Well, stories are in the end more important than the adventure itself. So if you collect any stories, please remember to bring them to me. I can give you guys this device fragment as a reward. How about that? It's a good deal, right? It's not like we have any other options. Well, it looks like I won't be of much help in this endeavour, so I might as well wait here for you. There are lots of parts here to study, and I'm not going to pass up the chance to do it. I'm counting on you two to bring the fragments back as quickly as you can. Things will get dicey for me if I miss the deadline. Okay, right. I agree with you, Paimon. Okay, sum it up quickly. I'm getting over it. I want to stop playing, but I want to finish this quest so that when I play again with the server reset, I can move on to the world quest. I can move on to the world quest because I will have acquired the sweet flowers. Maria, I'm back. Ah, we meet again, friends of Rana. Oh, Rana! I remember Rana. She was the one who did that massive world quest. Is she not with you? I wonder what's taking her so long to patrol the woods this time. Still, this must be a special occasion for you to come see me. Well, yeah, it's for... You tell Ramadia about Royan Jan, the secret base in the handbook. It is a story with lots of twists. So you went to the secret base. What do you think? Pretty impressive, isn't it? Royan Jan is here in Vimara and still doesn't want to see me. That fellow gets more stubborn the older he gets. That's how he is, though. It's almost been 10 years since I last saw him. And that was when I had some business in Port Ormos. I'm relieved to hear he's still himself. That's an odd relationship you have between you. So why doesn't Royan Jan want to see you? It's a long story. You wouldn't mind hearing an old man prattle on, would you? As long as you don't go on for too long. Good. Make it short. My tongue is getting tingly from too much talking. Back when we were kids, Royan Jan lived in Vimara for a while because of his grandfather. As a kid from bustling Ormos with legendary adventurers first, you know what? I don't actually care. I take it back. I really don't care about you as kids. Just whatever. Just get me there. Okay. Super. A dried flower? Okay, I'll give it to him. Why didn't you say anything back there, Arikan? Amity is a good Nara. You have nothing to fear. Arikan wasn't afraid. Arikan has heard of the things you talked about earlier, and they're very familiar. Just can't remember them. Arikan was confused, so Arikan didn't say anything. It's quite a strange problem, Arikan. Yes, very strange. This is tiring out, but at least we're making progress. Anyway, let's do what Amadia said and go find the 2 fragments and give them to Jazari. You might have to just stop this quest partway. I'm thinking. 2 separate quests? What? 3 separate... Oh, because the 2... Okay, nah. I'm going to stop here and I'll do this another time because I get that feeling when I've been playing Genshin for too long. It's like I need to just get away from it. As much as I would like to continue and finish this bloody freaking quest and get to the festival at Utsuva. But this is long and prolonged. And as I said, because there's no voice acting, I'm talking so much. My tongue is really starting to get tingly from moving so rapidly for like hours on end. I can't keep it up. So yeah, well, with the server reset, we need to go here. So I'm going to just take myself there and leave myself there. I'm going to hate myself when I decide to play more Genshin today. No, I won't because I want to do the world quest. So I won't play any more Genshin today. So it should be fine. And that way when I log in... Wait. Don't I have to not be in the dream realm? Ah, well, let's just go view it as is, and if we need to change out of or into anything, we'll just do it at the time. Question though, what's this way? Just more Vanarana? Vanarana? Vanarana. Okay. I'm going to set myself right here.